Villavericino, living the Star Wars life. Hello there, it's Anaria, and today we're going to be checking out the Christmas-themed Life Day event in Star Wars The Old Republic. So I've got my main character here, Anaria, and she is currently on Mekshar. Over here we've got a enemy overheated gift droid, and I'm just going to use my classic Life Day snowball bomb, and throwing snowballs at them turns them into friendly targets, and if you pelt them with snowballs, they have the chance of giving a gift, which is a Life Day decoration. There are 4 to choose from. I'm just going to see if I get some lucky throws. Nope. Okay, so we'll try again a bit later. So another part of the Life Day that we have expanded on this year is Wookiee hugging. So this year, as you can see down here, we have hugs for all, 1,500 hugged Wookiees. So I did the 1,000 last year, but the 1,000 doesn't count for the 1,500, so I am just a little bit away from finally finishing my 1,500. So let's get started. The Mekshar map is actually a pretty good one for Wookiee hugging. We go around in pretty much a straight line around the Slugfall Cantina on the outside. So this is a great place to do it if you want to get it done quickly and in a straight line, which is good. And see, we hug our first Wookiee, and it gives us the daily quest of hugging out of 10. So I'm just gonna hug 10 Wookiees. Now I find that there's a sweet spot for hugging Wookiees. You sort of try and stand on the little green arrow right at the front when you've selected them as a target. See if I can get... Are you going to pay out a gift? No. Okay. So go around the corner. Now the Wookiees here are quite tightly spaced together, so it's a fairly efficient way to get your 1,500 Wookiees done. And see, we just got the achievement Hugs for All, which is exciting. So I'm going to go put that on. So finally finished my, oops, it's a legacy one, of course. So Hug Everlasting is the title that we get for hugging 1,500 Wookiees. So it takes a bit of work, but I like knocking off the event achievements, especially the seasonal ones that only happen once a year. So I am just going to wrap up hugging all my Wookiees here on Mekshar. One of the other perks of the Mekshar space to do the event is the Master of Ceremonies vendor is right here, whereas the classic area, which of course is still there, is on Nar Shaddaa, and Nar Shaddaa doesn't have a vendor. One of the things that I do like about Nar Shaddaa is the sheer number of Life Day gift droids. So if you're after those, I just fling them at the droids when I pass them by. Here, you've kind of got to hunt them down. Let's see if I can get a gift off this one. Now, another little tip that I have sort of been practicing this year a little better than last is using the Life Day Snowball Cannon, which has a shorter cooldown of 7 seconds compared to the 15 seconds of the standard Life Day Snowball Bomb that you can buy with credits. The cannon does cost 500 cartel coins, and it is 240 cartel coins to unlock it across your legacy, which if you have a lot of characters, that's a very worthwhile investment. And I thought about it in previous years, and this year I decided, yep, I may as well. I've got over 30 characters now, so it's a definitely worthwhile investment. So I hugged my 10 Wookiees, and I did that. So if you are counting up to try and get the 1,500 Wookiees, there are 12 on the Mekshar sort of circuit. So you can just do these last 2 even though you've done your 10 for the daily achievement, because it just helps and builds it up when you've been doing it over and over. So I've done my 10, and I'm just going to throw another snowball at the overheated gift droid, and he doesn't want to. I find that one of the benefits of the SWTOR circuit is that, I don't know if it's superstition or whether somebody's done the math on it, but it seems like the overheated gift droids pay out rewards more if multiple people are hitting it. So on SWTOR, you'll often see a big cluster of people all firing snowballs at everyone, at the red droids. So from the vendor this year, we have hand warming, which is a new healing toy. We have Embracing Wookiee, which is a new decoration. So he looks like that, which is fun. And we also have a couple of new toys. The Hollow Tree Purple puts it down. It's not a decoration, it's a toy. And the Life Day Holiday Green. So there are now 3. You can see them here. That's the classic one in red, and they've added a green and blue purple for this year. But my favorite things that they've added this year are 2 new pets. These are super cute. This is the Snowfallen Gizka. It looks like a snowball fell on him with little eyes. And the Snowfallen Wampa Cub as well. So his face is hidden by a little snowball. So they are not too expensive, only 60 snow parcels each. I thought when these were first previewed that they would be on the Katoa market, so I was super excited that they had given us new things to spend our snowballs on, because I had a few left over from last year. So there's a great variety of things to buy, kind of in line with the recent Feast of Prosperity event. So we've got a healing toy, we've got decorations, mounts, pets, outfits. So yeah, I'm quite excited by the amount that's here. So I'm going to log out of this character and go take a look at the SWTOR circuit, if you will, with another character. And I'm back here with my next character. This is my Twi'lek Sage, Azinen, and she has the Wampa companion from a few years ago when they first released him on the Katoa market. And of course, she has to have the new pet, the Snowfallen Wampa Cub, to match. My girl's got the Snowtacular flare, and she also has the Snowfall tuning, which you can just sort of make out the snowfalls, but she's also got snowflakes dusted on her as well. So she's my sort of snowy themed character. So as I was saying, we often see on SWTOR the big clusters of people all camped around an overheated gift droid. So let's see if I get lucky with the deco this time, because there's a pretty decent cluster here. And I find that I also, I mean, I don't know if it's superstition, but I find I get snow-covered parcels well from these ones as well. So let's see if I cross my fingers and get a cool deco. It definitely makes this process a lot faster when you've got both the cannon and the standard Life Day Snowball Bomb. Come on. There we go. Boom. So we've got 4, green, gold, pink, red, and blue. So as you can see, I'm collecting them up. Next one in line for me is the pink one. So you can stand here. Boom, I got another one. Okay, so I'm going to go down the line and pick the red one. And I can just use them there. So sometimes you can even get a snow-covered parcel and a deco in the same throw, which is fun. And often I find that I get on a good roll, so when these big clusters show up, I just stand there and go for it. But today I'm just going to do a quick sort of walk around of the circuit that I find I quite enjoy when I come to SWTOR for the event. So if you come exiting from a SWTOR stronghold, you will land here. If you don't have a ship, you can get to SWTOR using the activities window and using the heroic missions SWTOR. This unlocks for both Imperial and Republic around level 24-25. So even fairly new characters can do the event. And of course, if you use the heroic terminals, it will put you just outside the spaceport, and from there you can take a taxi to the promenade and then you can get started. You don't need to go to the fleet to start this quest. So once I'm here, I designated this Wookiee as my sort of starting place. I find he makes a good starting point for the circuit. So I love the Wookiee hugging. Some of my characters laugh more than others, but it's fun. And of course, while I am running from one Wookiee to the next, I just fire off random snowballs just to help accrue the total, because there's so many good rewards to use on these days. So the hug takes about 4 seconds, so even if there's somebody in front of you, it's not a big deal. You don't need to like run off and find a different one. So there we go. So I go around this area in a clockwise manner, and I'll show where all of my sort of spots are. There are, I think, 11 in this rung. You can see I'm just firing off some random snowballs. To make it really fast, you can sort of hop on your speeder between each run. And I find that for my characters, trying to line up on the green arrow or just by it is the best spot to try and hug. So if you're speedering around, throwing snowballs takes you off, which is quite useful. And if you're having trouble finding that right sweet spot to hug, I often find that turning sideways a little bit helps. Also, if you haven't explored around here much, this is a lore object, Arcana, for the species standing right here. There's 3 good lore objects to find in a circuit. I'll point out the other ones. See, I find that stepping back and forwards is often too much. You'll get too close or out of range. So I turn side on sometimes a little bit just to get that nudging just in the right spot. So one of the ones that I often forget about and have to remind myself is there's one Wookiee hiding under the sort of the ramp here. Oh, looks like the cluster of snowball throwers is moving on. So from there, I come around and I head upstairs because there are 8 on the lower level. And oh, I'm just going to throw. Oh, yep, bingo. Cool. I get another deco. And another deco. 14. Okay, I'm up to, as you can see, I'm up past 100, so I've been quite enjoying my snowball throwing. I find that particularly on Nar Shaddaa, there's just, sorry, my wamper's in the way. There is always a good cluster of people, and of course now I'm getting much better drops. And I got a snowball off them too, which is always cool. So past that group, here is the first Wookiee of the top level. There we go. And I'm going to come along over here. There's a little bit of a gap between the ones at the top level, but it definitely helps. And you can see one here on the corner. Okay, so if you try and hug it at the same time, it says somebody's already hugging this Wookiee, but as I say, it's only a 4-second cast, so it's not a big deal. And that is my daily done. So hugging 10, you get the Could Use a Good Hug quest, which gives you 2 snow-covered parcels as well, and credits, renown points, and also fun light side points as well. So a few of my people have sort of increased their light side by hugging Wookiees, which is a fun aspect to the game. So in this circuit, there is 11. Oh, and we just saw another droid spawn, and I'm just gonna see. No, not today. Okay. As I said, I find I get better odds with the big groups of people. So bonus Wookiee hug there. So that will get you 11. So if you're really trying to accrue that 1500 achievement, that's the 2 circuits that I use. Of course, if you don't have very many characters, you can do Meksha and then Nashra, all the other way around. You can do both, because each Wookiee will have a sort of a cooldown where you can't hug them again for a little while. See, I'm standing right in front of it, and I don't have the buff. But if you come back later, if you're doing like a full circuit, you can go through like all the characters and then come back and see if they've reset, so that you can earn those hugs every day. But with my characters, I find that I've got enough to keep me busy for a full day, so I can get all my hugs in and my snowball parcels thrown. And after I've done my circuit, you can see I've kind of ended up back at my starting Wookiee, as I say. And then just over here by the Stims vendor, this is a Nemoidian lore object, which this girl hasn't picked up, so that's helpful. And then over here, there is a Karaga the Unyielding lore object as well, which this girl already has, which is, of course, the dude up there, the hut, Karaga. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed my little circuit tour of the Wookiees to hug. If you are a Republic character, there are 2 Wookiees on the fleet. So if you're really desperate and running low, there are 2 on the fleet in the GTN section next to the Life Day vendor. And if you are an Imperial player, there is 1 Wookiee in the GTN section. He's captured Wookiee, so he's actually kneeling down. But if you go to hug him, he will stand up so that you can hug him properly. So yeah, that was my little Life Day tour. And of course, there's plenty of just random NPCs and things. And over here, we've got another cluster to throw. Let's see if I can get one last deco before I sign off. So I really enjoy the Life Day events. I know that they can only happen once a year because it's sort of a Christmas New Year themed event, but it runs for a decent number of weeks, and I'm definitely keen to save up as many snow-covered parcels as I can, because I need these adorable little pets on everybody. So I got a snow-covered parcel that time. Let's see if I can get one more deco. And you do actually get conquest points for these as well, so you can actually earn some points for your conquest achievements by throwing snowballs, which is always fun. A couple of my people have done their conquest almost entirely on throwing snowballs, because as you can see, it's a pretty popular cluster. Let's see if I get one more deco. So the odds aren't guaranteed, obviously. Come on, one more deco. But I'm really glad that I unlocked the Life Day Snowball Cannon for all my characters. It definitely makes a big difference, particularly in these clusters like this. There we go, cool. Okay, so I'll grab that one this time. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my little playthrough of my Wookiee hugging adventures. And see, I can see last year's Wookiee hugging champion. That's the title that they introduced for hugging 1,000. And the new legacy title is, of course, Hug Everlasting. Another new title this year is Cheer Delivery Expert for finding 200 snow-covered parcels. But I'm proud of my Hug Everlasting achievement, so I'm going to put that on. Ooh, one more Life Day decoration. Bonus. Cool. So, thank you so much for watching. and have a happy Life Day, and may the Force be with you. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a like, check out our other videos, and subscribe for alerts about new uploads. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.